Hi guys, and welcome back to Painting with Bats, Cats and Broomsticks. Today I wanted to show off some of the things that I ended up buying whilst I was in Venice. This beautiful thing was a gift from my wonderful boyfriend for my birthday, and it is a handmade glass quill by the maker Gianpaolo Ragazzi, I think. My Italian is terrible, please forgive me for the horrendous pronunciation. And this was bought from his wonderful shop on Murano Island in Venice, Italy, where he has his own little shop and studio. He also made this little glass pen holder, sort of a rest for my quill. I brought it in a dark purple colour. He made this cute little cat on top of a little fishy, which I just fell in love with and reminded me so much of my little terror back home, my wonderful cat. If you follow my Instagram, you'll be able to see pictures of her. This beautiful little handmade bee. I am obsessed with bees, I don't know if you know. And I just fell in love with this. Such beautiful colour work as it gradients down the body of the bee. And he made these teeny tiny little mushrooms. It's so little. They're so cute. I'm obsessed with miniature things. I've got a miniature hourglass on my desk that's a working miniature figure from Doll's Houses. I am absolutely obsessed with miniatures, and this little miniature lives on my desk too. So I went out and specifically bought this carbon ink, which is supposed to be a waterproof ink for fountain pens and quills. It has a strange reservoir sort of thing inside of it. I think it's meant to make it easier for you to use with certain fountain pens. But I'm going to use it with my glass quill and see how well it works. I've tried some other inks before with the glass quills. I have a couple of them, but none of them seem to flow very well. Because the channels in a glass quill are very fine, and you have to have a good flowing fountain pen ink to work with them. You don't want to end up with some of the heavier, more acrylic based inks because they won't work. Just letting you guys know as well, make sure you check out the comments for this video for information about the ink bottle, the paper I will be using for the actual painting later, and also information about the glass maker on Murano, and a little bit more about those guys as well. I know I've been keeping you guys waiting a really long time for this video because I've mentioned that I'd be making it since March at this point, and I know that it's been way overdue. I am sorry for that. It has been a mission to find this ink bottle and a proper ink that would work with the glass quill, but now that I found it, I cannot recommend it enough for any of you artists out there that want to use a glass quill for line work, line art. This is a fantastic ink for that purpose. Also, if you guys are finding these videos helpful to you, please like the videos. They really do help me. Every time you like the videos, every time you subscribe to the channel, all those little things, including adding comments, really helps my viewership grow and helps that YouTube algorithm show me to more people. And I would really appreciate that. If you like my content, please like and subscribe. Leave me comments in the comment box. I do really try and answer everybody. Any questions you have, anything that you might want to see in future videos, please let me know, because I am really enjoying making these videos and I genuinely hope that they help you guys with finding your perfect art supplies and making interesting creative things. So now that we've got our little doodles drawn out, I'm going to take the Ink Tense palette by Derwent. This is not the palette I'm going to be using later, but I thought that the super bright colours in this palette would make it really easy to see if these colours get muddy and lift that ink from underneath. I'm not going to be doing anything fancy here at all, just picking colours at random, some bright, some darker. We're going to be blending stuff together, seeing if it leaks, if I add too much water, just generally messing this page up with colour, oversaturation, lifting colour back off the page, things like that. Just generally testing the limits of this ink lifting. And what I found as I was working through this page was the ink doesn't lift as long as it's dry all the way through properly, and as long as you don't rub and rub and rub with a super wet spot or a super wet brush, because it will eventually turn it just a little bit of a murky grey if you try your level best. Now that we've got our swatching and our paint tests out of the way, I'm going to start getting this drawing onto my watercolour paper. I'll be using the Langton Prestige 100% cotton watercolour paper from Daler. So going into this painting, the first thing that I do is I doodle up what I want to have on the big final piece of paper on a separate page first. I do this because I like to keep my final piece page as clean as possible so that I'm not rubbing out deep indented lines over and over and over again, because art can take a long time to draw out and a lot of mistakes and a lot of working out happens, and I like to keep that off of my final finished piece. I know that some people like to include it, but I prefer the cleaner finish. Plus it helps watercolour paint not well too much in the lines and indents that you might leave behind if you end up making a lot of overlapping errors, because I tend to scribble when I sketch. So what I do is I scribble my sketch out first, get it to the point where I am 100% happy with it, and then transfer it onto whatever I'm working on. So this is my first time working with a glass quill to do line artwork. I did have a glass quill before this one, like I said before, but I primarily used it for doing calligraphy. Years and years and years ago I used to do calligraphy quite a lot. I had about 8 to 9 years worth of experience in calligraphy, and one of the things that I wanted most in the world at the time was a glass quill, and now I feel absolutely honoured and privileged to have a genuine quill made in Murano, Venice. And I also ended up buying another glass quill from Venice, but that one is significantly more decorative, and it has its very own inkwell. I will demonstrate that one in a different video at another time. It's a pretty interesting ink bottle and quill to show you guys, so stay tuned for that in an upcoming video.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious. I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Wanna rock star on the side, live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Wanna rock star on the side, live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I won't obey. You cannot tell me what I cannot say. I'm here to last, so yeah, I'm here to stay. I'll live each second like my final day. You can't take that away. Got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad. Baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap. Only got
So that's it for this week's video. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, leave me some comments about what you'd like to see. Whether or not you've got glass quills, I'd love to hear about it. And stay tuned for more art videos in the future. Until next time.